Hello, Internet. After a brief hiatus, I am back. So, got another custom saber to show off. This one is very original trilogy kind of themed. It's got a control box with the grips here. That they're not exactly T-grips, but they're close. As close as I'm going to get anyway. It's a little dusty. Hadn't realized that. Whoops. Sorry about that. Anyway, talk about the outside here. I had a piece lying around that was this shroud that I had cut for another project, and I just wasn't really liking the way it turned out. So I ended up milling it on the milling machine into this kind of shape, and after a while I kind of liked the way it looked and realized, well, you know what? It kind of looks like a Darth Vader themed saber. I was like, okay, I can go with that. And I wasn't going to make a Darth Vader replica because that just, it's not exactly what I'm into, but I wanted something kind of themed like that. So, went ahead and made a control box and a raised section here. There's a choke point here, which is not like a Darth Vader, but it's its own thing. Then I've got T-grips that are held on with 632 button head screws. What else can I show you? Not a whole lot to it. So, let's go ahead and get into the internals. We are running a Tri-Cree red line, red anodized, or black anodized red lit switch, recharge port, 18650 lithium-ion battery, a Nano Biscotte V4, and a 20mm speaker. Let's see here. There's your 3D printed blade plug. There's your retention screw for blade and LED. It does unscrew in 1, 2, 3 points here. So if you need to access any of the stuff, pull off the pommel. Give it a little shake. And there's your board. Then if you need to access any of the internals to change them out, if you want to swap up to a different kind of board or anything like that, it does unscrew here to pull like that. Same thing for the LED if you want. Undo the retention screw there, and this will screw off to access that. So just kind of make sure it's tight. Give it a little twist. Not much. Internally, for the sound bank, we're running Vader 1 by Lord Blaco, Conflict by Lord Blaco, and Toward Darkness Returns by Nightstorm. Each one with a different boot sound than what's actually on the board, but I did include the boot sounds in a folder on the SD card, so you can change them out if you want. Well, without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and get her fired up here. There's your first. There's your nice deep red with the line flash on clash to make kind of a yellowy amber flash. Now, just as a little side note, I forgot to add this. This is not a blade retention. It's more meant to hold the shroud in place, these two. I tried to make this blade retention, but never could quite get it to work right where I wanted it to. As it is, it's still sitting a little higher than I'd like, but that's the best I can do with how it's made, and how it works with the shroud and the body of the saber. But, just side note. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop a blade in. Grab the Allen wrench here. Oh, come on out of there. And there's a little blade plug. And I have had a little bit of a change of venue because my normal filming setup is an office now, so I've had to move. Oh, got a little paint on my blade. Anyway.
1 hour later.
So I am now using a different camera and didn't realize it was limiting me to 5 minutes per clip. So give me just a minute, I'll turn off the lights and we'll try this again. Now that it is very dark in here. There's that red glow to that. Let's go ahead and swap fonts since you've heard this one already. One click for silent. And 2 for the second bank, which is conflict. Nice old Trilogy sound. Very nice. I have the flicker set to just a little over, so there is a slight flicker, but nothing too heavy. Go ahead and swap fonts. And turn it on again. And this one's a very heavy flicker. Ooh, my camera's having trouble with that one. Very heavy flicker and a very heavy, well, I kind of tried to match it to the sound because it is flickery is the best word to come up with right now. Showing my knowledge of the English language. Alright, give me just a minute, I'll go turn on the lights again. Alright, now let's go ahead and swap back to the first font. 1 beat for silent. Go ahead and pull the little shorty show blade here. Nice little pop. Put that back in. Tighten the blade retention screw a little bit. And you're good to go. I forgot to mention, this is probably, I think this is the first Saber I've done with a D-ring. So that's kind of nice. I tried to keep it kind of themed to the rest of it. So it is a brass D-ring with the brass button heads and the brass thumb screws up top. So it all kind of ties it together. Let's go ahead and put that back on the stand. And that's about it for this video, I think. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.